I might have known that as I came out of the vast and dismal forest, and entered this settlement of Christian men, the very first object to meet my eyes would be thyself, Hester Prynne, standing up a statue of ignominy before the people. Nay, from the moment we came down the old church steps together, a married pair, I might have beheld the balefire of that Scarlet Letter blazing at the end of our path.
"Thou knowest,"
said Hester, for depressed as she was, she could not endure this last quiet stab at the token of her shame.
"Thou knowest that I was frank with thee. I felt no love, nor feigned any."
"True,"
replied he.
"It was my folly. I have said it. But up to that epoch of my life I had lived in vain. The world had been so cheerless. My heart was a habitation large enough for many guests, but lonely and chill and without a household fire. I longed to kindle one. It seemed not so wild a dream, old as I was, and sombre as I was, and misshapen as I was, that the simple bliss, which is scattered far and wide for all mankind to gather up, might yet be mine. And so, Hester, I drew thee into my heart, into its innermost chamber, and sought to warm thee by the warmth which thy presence made there."
"I have greatly wronged thee,"
murmured Hester.
"We have wronged each other,"
answered he.
"Mine was the first wrong, when I betrayed thy budding youth into a false and unnatural relation with my decay. Therefore, as a man who has not thought and philosophized in vain, I seek no vengeance, plot no evil against thee. Between thee and me the scale hangs fairly balanced. But, Hester, the man lives who has wronged us both. Who is he?"
"Ask me not,"
replied Hester Prynne, looking firmly into his face.
"That thou shalt never know."
"Never, sayest thou?"
rejoined he, with a smile of dark and self-relying intelligence.
"Never know him? Believe me, Hester, there are few things, whether in the outward world or to a certain depth in the invisible sphere of thought, few things hidden from the man who devotes himself earnestly and unreservedly to the solution of a mystery. Thou mayest cover up thy secret from the prying multitude. Thou mayest conceal it too from the ministers and magistrates, even as thou didst this day, when they sought to wrench the name out of thy heart and give thee a partner on thy pedestal. But as for me, I come to the inquest with other senses than they possess. I shall seek this man, as I have sought truth in books, as I have sought gold in alchemy. There is a sympathy that will make me conscious of him. I shall see him tremble. I shall feel myself shudder, suddenly and unawares. Sooner or later, he must needs be mine."
The eyes of the wrinkled scholar glowed so intensely upon her that Hester Prynne clasped her hand over her heart, dreading lest he should read the secret there at once.
"Thou wilt not reveal his name? None the less, he is mine,"
resumed he, with a look of confidence, as if destiny were at one with him.
"He bears no letter of infamy wrought into his garment, as thou dost, but I shall read it on his heart. Yet fear not for him. Think not that I shall interfere with heaven's own method of retribution, or to my own loss betray him to the gripe of human law. Neither do thou imagine that I shall contrive aught against his life, no, nor against his fame, if, as I judge, he be a man of fair repute. Let him live. Let him hide himself in outward honor, if he may. Not the less, he shall be mine."
"Thy acts are like mercy,"
said Hester, bewildered and appalled.
"but thy words interpret thee as a terror."
"One thing, thou that wast my wife, I would enjoin upon thee,"
continued the scholar.
"Thou hast kept the secret of thy paramour. Keep likewise mine. There are none in this land that know me. Breathe not to any human soul that thou didst ever call me husband.